Shy men of Reddit. How did you meet your girlfriend /so? Went to a bar with a fellow shy buddy. I noticed a redhead in the corner that I had my eye on most of the night. Told him to check her out. He says, "I'll go talk to her for you." I thought, where'd he suddenly get the balls? He pointed me out to her and told her I wanted to slow dance with her. She said okay, dance. Got to know her. Started dating her. This was in 1990. We got married 4 years ago and have a 8-year-old son together. She still gives me S for being too shy to ask her to dance. Found out several years ago that my buddy worked with her dad and knew her, which explains why he was able to talk to her. At work as a student teacher. I was the ancient student teacher, 26Y/O at the time, when most of the other student teachers were 20 to 21, and she was the cute girl who worked the Y before and after care program. I would play basketball at the school's gym after school every Wednesday, and she took her YMCA kids into the gym to get gym time every Wednesday. At first, it was just me asking her if she minded me playing ball while she was in there with the little ones. Then it turned into me playing knockout every Wednesday with the YMCA kids and her. Then it turned into me watching the YMCA kids play basketball while talking to her. And finally, it turned into her asking me out for a beer after she got off work. I'm the shy one. Remember? We are now happily engaged and recently bought a house together. Cheers. Mutual friend was insistent. Forced us to talk since she was also real shy. Our personalities are a good match. Worked out for the best. 10 years together. Married for 2. Got really drunk at a friend's birthday party. Met the love of my life. Got her really drunk as well. Long story short, still drunk today. I fell in love with her 10 years ago. We were best friends all 4 years of high school and 2 years. After we graduated, I finally admitted to her that I liked her after drunk me told her about a dream I had of us getting married and having kids. We are engaged. Our 4-year anniversary is in 2 days and we recently bought the house we are going to raise our kids in. I liked her shirt. In a group conversation, after thinking about how to tell her I liked her shirt, thinking down every possible way it was going to go bad, hey, I like your shirt, it worked. So of a shy guy here. We met hanging out with mutual friends. Continued to hang out with same friend group for a few months. I tried to get him to take me home one night and he completely missed my cues. So I backed off, thinking it was a rejection. A few more months went by and finally I just asked him out. 3 years later we are still going strong. We still joke about how he missed my hints. Shy men of Reddit, yes. How did you meet your girlfriend /so? Never mind. I met my now wife 550 miles away. On a beach. On vacation. Went with my friends. Rented a house right on the beach. Saw the house across the street from us had cars with plates from my state. And there were some hot chicks there too. Perfect icebreaker. I talked to the one that I thought was fantastic. And turned out she was. Actually, a friend of mine got to her first while I was out fishing. He told me he met a chick and she was awesome. I was like, where? Let me meet her. The rest was history. Turned out she lived 3 miles away from me in the same town. I literally take her right out of my driveway. Drive for 3 miles. Then left to her driveway. Very crazy coincidence being 550 miles from home. That was 15 years ago. Now we've been married about 8 years. Have a 4-year-old daughter who is unimaginably cute. And our relationship is strong. We never fight. We love each other's company. And we are basically inseparable. Best vacation ever. And we go back every year. We have a picture from the first day we met. On the stairs to the cottage. Making crazy faces. Last year we went and took a picture on the same set of stairs that we met. Us and our daughter. All making crazy faces. It's awesome. I was really shy around girls I liked in high school, and one day I randomly added a girl on Snapchat and accidentally sent her a Snapchat of a bag of chips saying remember these, and then quickly sent another that said sorry, wrong person. That was my junior year and now I'm in my 2nd semester of college, and I'm still dating that girl. She brings it up all the time and gives me a lot of S for it, but I still got her, so it's whatever. I do hate thinking back to this story because of how creepy and cringy it is. She was friends with my brother and they were in a show together at the local community theater. They came into my workplace to see if we would be willing to hang up a sign advertising their show. I had just gotten out of a bad relationship and was not looking for anything at the time. But when I saw her, she was the most beautiful girl I had ever seen. We talked for a few minutes and they invited me to go out to eat after their performance that evening. I don't know how I did it, but I said yes and met them later on at a Perkins. My brother and his other friends ended up ditching her and she asked me for a ride home. I agreed, not knowing at the time that she lived 20 minutes in the opposite direction of where I was going. A few days later, she invited me to go out to see a show with her and some friends. Once again, her friends ditched her after the show and she needed a ride home. We talked a lot and I told her that I was pretty shy and not one to make the first move. She said that was okay and leaned over and kissed me. I knew right then and there that she was the one for me. We have been together for just about 9 years and married for 7. We have 4 kids and she is still the love of my life. Speaking for my husband, his best friend was my room at my sophomore year of college and he was in my room all the time. I joke that we basically fell into each other's laps. I met my current girlfriend in jail. We were locked in a room 12 hours at a time every other day for about 2 months. We worked in corrections together. She had just started and was being trained in the control room. It's a fairly small room and we were basically forced into conversation. And we quickly fell for each other. Tinder. I actually met her at work. Luckily for me, however, she approached me. It took a while though, because I didn't pick up on any of the hints she dropped. But it all worked out. We've been together for 5 years now. I had been dating a girl for 5 years and she broke up with me. I got really drunk and started just messaging single girls on Facebook with a pre-made message. Something like, "Hey, I know we don't talk much if at all. Just reaching out to see if you'd like to grab a bite to eat and maybe a drink in the next week or so. My treat." Probably sent to 20 different girls and I went on like 3 dates and finally ended up seeing casually the girl I've been seeing seriously for 5 years now. I actually met her back in 2003 in high school. I was a weirdo and nerd, and she was defensive, so she went goth. She was rotten to most, but for some reason was always nice to me. I graduated on good terms with her in 2005, but never became anything. I got a rotten girlfriend, and she got an abusive boyfriend. I didn't know at the time. After graduating college in 2009, I actually caught my ex cheating on me, so we were done. I moved all over the country to find a job. Kind of a life experience really. After a year of searching, I actually ended up in my original home in the middle of nowhere, Maine. One day on Facebook, my goth friend from high school posted about how she was enjoying the new expansion to WoW at the time. I was shocked and messaged her in disbelief because I didn't know she played games at all. I played WoW at the time, even though she was Alliance and I was Horde. We still got along lol. Well, one day on Vent, I hear her boyfriend start yelling, and she's offline pretty quick. She messaged me a few times apologizing for me hearing that, but I reassured her that I'm here for her, only talking with her for 4 or 5 months. I heard it again, and I was done. She already had been thinking about leaving him in the summer. They were both unhappy, but the night before my birthday, I was done. I told her to pack her crap. I'll be there the next day. She was shocked, since driving from Maine to Missouri was going to be a trip and a half. 24 hours later, I'm on the border of Missouri, and on Valentine's Day, I picked her up, the girl I loved back in high school, and to find out she really liked me, but both being shy, are now together. 5 years now, getting married later this year, and having a little girl on the way in August. Quite happy with how things turned out. Edit, just to give a heads up, she's no longer goth. She wasn't when she was with her ex. She was only goth in high school because of being defensive. She just didn't want anyone to interact with her. And most people where we live don't interact with anyone that is out of the ordinary. She gave that up after moving away the first time.